Hello and welcome to Traceability TV News, your source for the latest updates on global traceability and safety concerns. I'm your host, Miriam Munyoki. This week, Nairobi played host to a major event focused on the future of access, safety and smart technology. Held at the Ole Sereni Hotel, the Data Breakfast, short for Digital Access Tracking Entry Management, brought together key players from across Kenya's security, government, real estate, and technology sectors. The event was organized by GS1 Kenya, a trusted leader in global traceability standards, with a clear objective to explore better ways of managing visitors, assets, and data using modern digital tools. Also present was PROSAC, the Private Security Association of Kenya, which underscored the growing role of private security in enabling safer and smarter infrastructure.
For years, many buildings and institutions have relied on outdated methods like manual logbooks and disconnected systems. But today's security challenges demand more. At DATEM, stakeholders saw firsthand how digital visitor management systems, real-time data tracking, biometric access controls, and smart ID verification tools can completely transform how we manage entry points, making processes faster, more accurate, and far more secure. However, technology alone isn't enough. One of the strongest messages from the event was the importance of data protection. Every system showcased at DATEM was designed with compliance in mind, aligning with Kenya's Data Protection Act. This ensures that personal data is collected with consent, stored securely, and only used for its intended purpose, building privacy and trust into every digital interaction. As real estate developers look to build smart buildings and institutions seek tighter security, integration remains key. Systems must communicate, teams must collaborate, and solutions must scale. Organizations like PROSAC are playing a critical role in this transition, ensuring private security professionals are empowered to work alongside these tools, not just as guards, but as partners in this protection. Throughout the event, one thing became clear. Managing access is no longer just about opening doors, it's about visibility, it's about control, and most importantly, it's about trust. With strong leadership from GS1 Kenya and support from key partners across sectors, the DATEM event marked a bold step towards creating a secure, data-driven environment across the country. It wasn't just a showcase, it was a statement, a declaration that the future of safety lies in smart systems, that security must be both digital and human, and that Kenya is ready to lead that transformation. Regina, Traceability TV.
Each year, thousands of Africans travel abroad in search of quality healthcare, spending billions of dollars in countries like India, Turkey, and South Africa. This medical exodus is driven by a deep-rooted lack of trust in local healthcare systems, concerns over counterfeit medicines, misdiagnosis, and poor record-keeping top the list. But a quiet revolution is taking place across the continent, one that doesn't begin in hospitals or pharmacies, but in the invisible world of traceability standards.
By implementing global traceability systems across pharmaceutical and medical device supply chains, African nations have a powerful opportunity to restore confidence in their health systems. Traceability ensures that every vial of vaccine, every packet of antibiotics, and every surgical implant can be tracked from manufacturer to patient. That means no expired drugs, no counterfeit medicine in circulation, and no guesswork about product origins. This transparency transforms the patient's experience. When people know they are receiving authentic, safe, and properly documented care, they are more likely to stay and seek treatment locally. Furthermore, traceability extends beyond products. It supports digitized patient records, reducing errors, and improving continuity of care. It also provides real-time data for governments to better respond to public health needs, crisis, and future planning. Ultimately, traceability offers a path to rebuild trust, reduce medical tourism, and make healthcare systems on the continent more resilient, accountable, and people-centered. Rinta Luther, Traceability TV.
And that wraps up our news bulletin for the day. Stay tuned for an informative documentary on Beyond the Gate, Rethinking Security in Kenya. As always, I've been your host, Miriam Munyoki, and this is Traceability TV. In the heart of Kenya, from the busy streets of Nairobi to the quiet corners of our towns and counties, there's a silent expectation that when we walk into a school, a hospital, an office, or even a home, we will be safe. But behind every open gate lies a question we rarely ask. Do we really know who's coming in or going out? For decades, our buildings and institutions have relied on trust and paper. A simple notebook, a pen, a signature that could be real or fake. In schools, unknown visitors walk through halls where children learn. In offices, contractors move freely with little record. In hospitals, someone's loved one checks in and disappears unnoticed. And when things go wrong, the only answers lie in smudged handwriting, missing pages, or lost records. Ask any security guard. Ask any building manager. They will tell you the same thing. They try, they care, but the tools they have are not enough. This is not just about security. It's about accountability. It's about peace of mind. It's about the mother who wants to know her child is protected, the company that needs to track its visitors, the family that deserves answers when tragedy strikes. But Kenya is waking up. From private institutions to public agencies, a change is happening. New digital visitor management systems are replacing books with biometrics. Manual records are giving way to real-time dashboards. We are beginning to see, track, and understand who enters our spaces and why. With organizations like Just One Kenya leading the charge and support groups like Prozac, we are redefining what it means to feel secure, not just at the gate, but throughout every corridor of our lives. Security is not just a service, it's a promise. And visitor management is not just about systems, it's about trust, about dignity, about belonging. Because safety doesn't start with a wall, it starts with knowing who we welcome and protecting what we value. But Kenya is waking up. From private institutions to public agencies, a change is happening. New digital visitor management systems are replacing books with biometrics. Manual records are giving way to real-time dashboards. We are beginning to see, track, and understand who enters our spaces and why. With organizations like Just One Kenya leading the charge and support groups like Prozac, we are redefining what it means to feel secure, not just at the gate, but throughout every corridor of our lives. The future of security in Kenya is not built on fear. It's built on data, on connection, and on responsibility. Together, we are building a country where every visitor counts, where every record matters, and where every life deserves to be safe. This is not just innovation. This is transformation. And this is Kenya Beyond the Gate.